If you want to know the history of China, go to Beijing. If you want to know the beauty of China, go to Hangzhou. And if you want to know the development of China, go to Shanghai.
It is one of the longest standing continuous civilizations that has developed without the Abraham religions, and so I wanted to see how the nuances of that culture was reflected.
When we first got there, we had an opening ceremony. It was a sense of welcoming that personally I hadn't experienced anywhere else. Student chaperones welcomed us and gave us the lay of the land, told us about pop culture, customs, their lifestyle.
The first activity was visiting the Great Wall, which was awesome. There were people from all over the world there. A lot of things that are just different here in every facet of life. If there's too much traffic, lanes can switch. The highway can be 3 lanes on both sides. There's a machine that can come. The highway is now 4 lanes on one side and 2 lanes on another. I was fascinated by the architecture. I like that they don't leave their history behind. As time goes on, everything is blended and added in.
You will never ever be hungry in China. The students get an opportunity to not just experience activities, but also to eat the food in China and enjoy the way they eat. Everything is family style, and the food just keeps coming.
People shouldn't be afraid to be immersed in others' cultures. It will give you a greater understanding of other people. It makes sense to understand a significant part of the population here, especially in the Bay Area.
I had studied Mandarin in the past, wanted to go to China for the longest time and experience being in that environment, meeting people, traveling to visit different places, seeing new things, smelling things that I hadn't experienced before, just the whole atmosphere.
I ran into one of the mothers of a student that was on the trip this last summer. She had just seen Drew in the international office. In her household, it is mandatory for all of her children to do a study abroad program. She saw just how much her daughter was affected positively by study abroad. I wanted to be a chaperone for the China trip because travel is something I'm very interested in. When I was younger, I did my own study abroad. I taught for 4 months in a rural village, and it's a life-changing experience. All students should have the opportunity to travel abroad.
The trip and its participants composed of students of ethnic and socioeconomic background that wouldn't have been able to go to China without this opportunity, which included flight, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, classes, and learning the language and learning the culture and going to activities and being placed on high priority. We visited the Pearl Tower, which is a restaurant that's 267 meters above the ground, and it spins on glass as you eat. The line for that was 3 times as long as going to a ride at Great America in the middle of the summer, and that's something that 20 of us were able to bypass in 30 minutes. People wait all day just to eat dinner there. We had reservations and were taken right to the front. It wouldn't have been possible to have an experience like that happen for us every single day wherever we went. And so I really want to thank the office of Congresswoman Barbara Lee, Peralta Community Colleges, the Beijing Cultural Language Study Center, and Hangzhou Polytechnic University. We were able to experience a lot because of the collaboration of all those parties.
You got to experience things that many people don't, and it's very important to promote programs like these. My biggest takeaway was pure joy. Highly recommend it to anyone who wants to apply. It'll change your life.